Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to do a build and review on the Hive V2 by Cloud Chasers Incorporated. Now, this is one hell of an RTA. I would definitely tell you that. It's a 28 millimeter RTA. I'll grab the box here that it comes with. Pre-installed, you do get a bubble glass and a clear 810 wideboard drip tip. Inside the packaging, you do get a straight glass, and then there's a let's see if I can find it here. And you can get a little bit of a lower profile black drip tip, and also inside you'll see a chamber reducer, which I will kind of go over in a little bit. And then there's a little box inside here that contains your O-rings and some spare clamps. I can get her open here. I have not vaped on this yet. I have not tried it out, so I'm pretty excited to see how she goes. So yeah, you can see then inside your peripheral pouch, you do get a few clamps, O-rings, and grub screws. And of course I drop just like fucking everything, like I always do. Alright. Now, this is a little bit of a different and unique form of a tank. You have top airflow and bottom airflow. You can see here this top airflow ring here. See if I can get that to open. You're gonna see it. You got your bottom airflow there. And the bottom airflow actually works on there's ball bearings in there. See if maybe you can hear it. So I open it or close it. You can kind of hear the clickiness of it, which is quite cool, in my opinion. I'm going to drop this down so it's ready to go. For the coils, I will be running this on the Odin 200. So let's go ahead and I'll just kind of break down the RDA as I go. It's a little squeaky. So there you have your very first top piece. Two kidney-shaped holes for to put your juice in. And then you continue to unscrew from there. And I've noticed that the glass likes to stay on, and underneath you'll see there's two little slots. I don't know how well my camera will pick that up. So you have like your kidney shaped beans, and then there's two kind of little slots there. That's where your secondary airflow comes in from, which is what this is used for. I'll pop off the rest of the tank here. Now I noticed that it was a little stiff at first, but I was able to break it off or unscrew it. So this is basically a chamber reducer, and it screws, it actually sits in. And what you do is you hold it with your finger, get it up there, and just kind of twist it in. Eventually it'll catch, then you screw it on, and that, oops, I meant to do that. And that is if you want to use the top airflow as well as the bottom airflow. But I don't really intend to use the bottom airflow. I'm not a fan of bottom airflow, I guess you could say, or top airflow. Because basically, so how it works, so here's your deck. I'll go over kind of all the properties of this deck. It is actually, there's a lot of innovation in this deck. I will 100% give them that. So basically with your bottom airflow, you have two giant slots right there. They're your coils. If you do like dual coils, they'll sit right over there. And then with the top airflow, basically it just comes in and just kind of catches anything extra from the top and pulls it up. But one thing I've noticed is that even if you don't have any coils in there, it is a shit ton of airflow. Like, too much airflow. Now, I'm going to go over kind of how the deck of this works, because there's kind of a lot going on. Okay, so you notice how you'll have your two clamps up on top. So this is a way that basically what you can do is you can clamp. You can put like a leg on this side and this side and this side and this side for dual clamps if you want to have them a little bit higher. Oh, well, you can see that. So a little bit higher, then you bring them down to sit like right about here. Or you can take out the clamps and you should be able to have more flattened coils to go like straight in and out. Actually, let's see if I can even do that here. Oops. In case anyone's wondering, I do have the Grimstream Wildcard Wednesday on. I'm just going to see if it'll screw in all the way down, because you have to take off one of the clamps anyways. It clamps down pretty far, as you can see if you take out the actual clamp itself. If you want to do like a straight in type coil. And then I'll show you there's these side areas that you can actually use if you don't want to go down. So you see there's this hole here on the side, and there's a hole on the top. Now, Cloud Chasers Incorporated, I should say, have kind of been implementing the multiple ways of being able to put in your leads. And if you want to do a one big single coil, what you can actually do is you can take out this clamp, and then you have this one on the side. And then what you can do is then put in your post screw, and you put it in from the side. You should be able to clamp on and grab your leads from there. And that's how you can actually have a single coil from the top. You putting your lead on the top, and then it would clamp it from the side, which I think is pretty ingenious. Which is just, in my opinion, it gives you multiple ways of running multiple different coils. Now I'm going to take out the two top clamps on here, because I would like to just have my post screws just go straight through those two little gaps. So I'm going to pop this on the mod. The coils that I'm going to be using, let's see if I can find here. I'm going to use some series fused Claptons and an 80.35. These are Twisted Timmy's coils. If you haven't heard of him, he is on Instagram. That's where I go through if I want to purchase anything from him. He makes really good coils. If you're interested, I suggest he offers just a whole lineup of different style of coils, from aliens to Fralians to anything you could ever imagine. And he has really good prices, and he ships like the next day. So he's definitely, if you are looking for coils, I suggest going through him. And I suggest it a lot. Granted, I will admit I don't care for the cotton that he uses in his coils, so I will be using some cotton bacon. I just think cotton bacon just works a little bit better. Okay, I got my leads clipped. Pop this other coil in here. I know you can't exactly see a whole lot of what happens below screen. Trust me, if I had like all the right stuff to do that crazy kind of setup stuff, I would. But I technology is limited to say the least. Oops. Let's clip this off a little bit. It was poking out a little bit, so that's okay. So you guys are all doing well. If you haven't yet, I always appreciate it when people share these videos. I do understand that I am kind of getting a little bit late to the party when it comes to a lot of these devices, but I do what I can. Down as far as I can get. You're going to want some coils to sit just, get it all right up about there. There we go. Get that bad boy into focus. Sit up right above those those airflow holes. I really like. So this is the first RDA that I have that has juice flow control. So I'm really excited to be able to finally play around with something like that. Three point no 0.34 is where it ohms out at, which I think should be just perfect. I would like to give a huge shout out to all the boys over at EVC Cigarette Hangouts. Got a free shirt with my order. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm really enjoying everything so far. Really digging this Purge Cobra, which I picked up off of a secondhand buyer. Yeah, it's the Slam Cobra edition. Really liking this Viper. Got that slim piece that I've been really digging on. Just everything. I've just been liking everything lately. Getting back into mechs, I was kind of just really limiting myself to some like pod systems. I'm like, oh, they're just easier. They're just easier. I'll just use them. But I just kind of got that love and joy to just want to start running mechs again. And so I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just going to start running mechs. I like mechs a lot more. I mean, I still run, a lot of pod systems. This is the IQ mesh pod for the Orions, which I think are great. I mean, you can run them at pretty much any level on the on like the Orion Q Pro. Excuse me. And no, I don't have COVID-19. Whenever I get sick, I still get like a really bad runny nose, and I still cough like a motherfucker. All right, so we got a point 0.34. I'm going to wick it. I'm going to hope to God that I get this right, because I know RTAs can be a total bitch if you don't get them right the first time. You know, just got to keep practicing. I'm watching Grim Green currently. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. So I'll get this wicked here. I'm pretty excited because I'm finally going to be able to use. I'm going to be using it ultimately on the acrylic iced out Saga, so I am really excited about that. So I'll give this a little clip, clip it a little, and then what we're going to do is we're going to thin out the wicks, because RTA that is the key. And now this RTA does have juice flow control, which I'm very inexperienced with, so it's going to take a little bit of practice. I don't know if I'm going to I probably won't like fill the tank fully. I'm really excited to give that a try. I'm trying to talk and work at the same time, and I'm not very good at it. All right. So I got it wicked and thinned out. Kind of get it stuffed in there. Okay. Next question is going to be, what fucking juice do I put in here? Because I'm already running like 2 different banana flavors, so I'm just like, what do I fucking put in here? Alright, I picked up a bunch of new juices. I got key lime pie and some entropy, which is like a creamy blueberry dessert graham cracker crust. Trays Up by Convicted Vapes, banana cream fried churro with honey drizzle, and then Psycho Crueler by Deep Cuts. So that looks pretty fucking good. God, I don't know. I'm so bad at this shit. I don't know. I'll just do berry Gouda. That looks pretty good. So I'll have like the juice flow control on like a quarter open. Crackle. So let's fucking load it up and try it out. Let's put some in there, huh? You see Berry Gouda from Liquid Sky. And this is like a 6 ml tank, 5.5, 6. I'm pretty excited. All right, there you have it. The Hive V2 by Cloud Chasers Incorporated. 100 watts, 0.34. Bottom airflow wide open. All right, close the airflow down about halfway. Ugh. There's a lot of airflow. It's really good flavor, but it's a lot of airflow. I don't even know if I dare try doing both top and bottom. Way too much airflow. That's just for shits and giggles, though. Let's just try top airflow. Nope. Like no flavor. Whew. All right. I feel like it's ready. Let's try it. Huh? I'll make sure it's, fairly tight. You don't want it like fucking so tight you can't get it apart. so I can do the juice flow control. Put a little bit more juice in here. Huh? Oh, that was good. So I think, yeah, this like top ring here must control the juice flow while you're like, so you don't have to open it and like redo it all the time. Let's see if I can find a pair of batteries. They're married. Okay, let's see here. Does it say anything up on there? So positive up here. Negative down there. Let's see if I can put this back in there. Huh. What did I say? Yeah, positive, negative. Okay. I might have to come back to this. Oh, look at that. I know what the problem here is. I think I know what the problem here is, people. Grab this here. This just needs to be flattened out a little bit. We're gonna do this on the run. We're gonna do it live. Oh, that's probably what's causing it. Right there, huh? Bring that 510 up a little bit. Oh. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Well, I just want to put it back on the Odin. It's the only thing that it wants to work on. To get this thing figured out. Oh, look at that. That's why, huh? Well, overall, I like it a lot. I think it's one hell of a decent RTA. You know, it's really flavorful. You know, it's airy, but it's flavorful. So you can have a hot vape per se, but not have it like scorch your fucking throat. To deal with you later. I don't know why it's not working. So yeah, overall, an awesome device. If you like big, fat fucking RTAs, I suggest you maybe check one out. Multiple building options, whatever it is you're looking for. Till then, just keep on vaping.